Good morning. In Proverbs, the 18th chapter and the 24th verse, it says, "The man who has friends will show himself friendly." Now, I've been to John Maxwell's places, conventions where he has given us some R's and some reasons how we can be a better friend to people. And when I speak to the rest homes, which I go into, or the assisted living places, I talk about things that I think they will recognize and be able to do something about. And this is one of them. And then they can show themselves friendly. They can be a friend to someone who needs a friend. And so I'm challenging you today from Proverbs 18:24. The man who has friends will show himself friendly. The 4 R's that Dale Carnegie, my father-in-law, Will Heiser, used to say he learned from Dale Carnegie, and John Maxwell probably got them from him too, I don't know. But anyway, I've been to a lot of John Maxwell's seminars. They're good. They're so good. He's such a good guy. Anyway, I have these things that I'm having a hard time with sometimes. One of them, the first one, is remember their name. The 4 R's. Remember their name, and that's so important that we remember the name. Janelle's dad, Will Heiser, he used to say this over and over again. He would say their name. He would say, "Well, hi, Steve. How you doing, Steve?" And well, where are you from, Steve? And he would repeat their name over and over again. Well, sometimes the guy's name was Joe. It wasn't Steve. And I would say, "Dad, it's Joe. It's not Steve." He'd say, "What?" And I'd say, "It's Joe." He'd say, "Oh, okay. Well, Joe." And he would start over again. But and that's how you remember somebody's name, which I'm terrible about, remembering names. I'm so glad that we have those name tags at the church, so I can look at their name, especially when they come forward. I'm glancing down there and peeking. I'm cheating and looking at them and making sure I know their first name, so I don't pray the wrong name. Of course, God knows their real name, so that's okay. But remembering someone's name is so vital and so important. Remember their name. The second thing is recruit their help. You know, if you can ask someone to help you with something, to do something, and we have handy helpers at the church, and I'm a part of that. And sometimes I just went to a lady's house, who's Catherine, who's so helpful at the church. She does so much, and she needed a battery changed in her clock, and it was just a double A battery in the back of her clock, but it was up high, and I had to go up on a step ladder to get the clock down and change the battery. Well, that was such an important thing for her, because her clock was not keeping good time, and it was just because of that battery was low. So I changed the battery, and but she's been my good friend anyway, so it was good. But recruit their help is vital. In other words, can you help me with something? And then recognizing their potential or their gifts, whatever God has created within them that makes them unique. And maybe it's the way they dress, or the things that they say, or the way that they say it. Or, like, for instance, we have a guy living with us, Bill and Patterson. He's an author, and he's so good about thanking us for things and saying, I appreciate what you do, and he appreciates Janelle, and he recognizes my. But he was one of my basketball players when I was a coach in Tucson, which is long time ago, a basketball coach. Anyway, and so he still remembers that I helped him in those days, and he wants to be a part of it. So I appreciate the fact that he recognizes some of the potential that I have as a pastor, as a minister. And so remember their name, recruit their help, recognize their potential, and then reward their efforts. You know, that's so important that we would reward people by thanking them, saying thank you very much. I appreciate what you've done for me, and I recognize that you've done it, and it's because it's one of your strengths. It's what you do. You're so good at that, and thank you for doing that. Rewarding them. Maybe you can take them a piece of pie, take them out to lunch. I take a lot of people to lunch and stuff because I appreciate them so much, and that they've done so much for us here at Bellevue Heights Church. We're so thankful that we're here, and that I owe you a lunch, every one of you. I wish I could take you all to lunch, but thanks so much for being who you are. I want to be your friend, and you need to make a new friend this day, this week, and I pray that you will. The man who has friends will show himself friendly. And so that's how you do it. God bless you today.